Back again, Desiree Patno here, CEO and President of NADRB. We're here with Bridget again. We're going to talk about what is a note. We really need to break it down because here we're filming on the Note Assistance Program that's going to be happening next month. And what is a note?
When somebody goes to buy a home, most people don't have cash to purchase a home, and so they get a mortgage. And when you apply for a mortgage and you're given that loan, that becomes a note that's then sold. Once the house is, closes escrow and goes on your way, there's a note, and that note gets sold. You've heard of Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, Ginnie Mae. That's pools of money that buy notes. There's also private investors, different banks. A note can be sold anywhere, and it's a financial instrument that's due in whatever term that the consumer took for. It's typically a 30-year term.
Very cool. Well, the thing is it's so ironic. You're telling me that if I go buy a home and I say that I have Bank A that gives me the loan, that next month my payment could be sold to someone else?
Absolutely. It could be that the person you get the loan with remains the servicer, so you don't realize that note was actually sold off, because you could still be making your payment to ABC Bank, all the while they sold it to Fannie, Freddie, another bank, another investor, private investor. The note ends up, which is part of what happened in the meltdown when everybody started looking for help and couldn't make their payment. A lot of the servicers didn't know where the note was, and things became sticky with how to help that particular consumer, which is where a lot of them fell through the floor, which is something we need to talk about, at another time.
Absolutely, and that's why we have a continuing series here. And the other thing that's so powerful is that we don't have control where that note goes with the servicer. So going to a note lab, figuring out how you can dynamically break down, maybe not actually become an investor in the note program, but you actually understand the purpose of the note and where it's going, I think is so valuable. So you could save yourself a whole lot of time, energy, and money, because right now you're not compensated for your time if they misapply the note, your payment to your note, or something gets lost.
Yeah, correct. It's as many laws that there are for consumers, they're still not completely transparent for the consumer. And some of them, may appear like they've helped the consumer, the Dodd-Frank being one. But there's many ways in there that it's hindering the consumer and it's driving the cost up for the consumer. And it's things that still need to be talked about. There's still room for change and growth to protect both the consumer and business.
Excellent, excellent. So here are definition of what a note is. So any more questions, please send them to info@nadrb.com. Again, Desiree Patno and Bridget, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.